It's all about choice, yeah. Because she too sexy, you too sexy, the way that you looking tonight, I swear you too tight, baby more. And everybody wanna mingle because you just single, but you made it clear to them that I am your number one. Now you put your eyes on me, it done make me want to you took my heart away because you too hot, she took my heart away. You set my soul on fire. You are my heart desire. What a band and a bad trouble. What a rock, baby, the boom, baby, go back, baby, anywhere she the wine nana. She was fat for the sound, you took my heart away. Because you too hot, it's so sexy. I'm not in the book. She took my heart away. Because you too hot, I'm not in the book. She took my heart away. Oh, you got very risky, because she too sexy, baby, baby, you're walking on. I think it, baby, you're walking on. Oh, baby, why not? You done make me want to love. Baby, you too hot, you too sexy. You don't wanna go die. You took my heart away. Baby, go. Like a man. When you come my way, now what you wear, go. Baby, I let me flow. Baby, quack up, I know I'm Baby, I'm because you too hot, I'm not in the book. She took my heart away. Because you too hot. Just do it, ladies. Mr. Flavor on the dance. Fire, baby, don't excuse me, make I enter. I see this baby. She look so sweetie. She dey make my eye get wire. She start to the wine up. She the wine and a wine. She the bend and a bend. Fire, they gonna be a fuck. That's your baby up. Cricket, baby up. The way you the wine and a baby, you make us see wahala. Fire, baby up. Cricket, baby up. The way you the wine and a baby, just the fire they go. Baby, fire they go. Baby, just the fire they go. Baby, fire they go. Okay, story time.
Hey, okay. Woo! The family members will be devastated. Wow! Let me sip my water. Wow! Woo! My light is falling. Wow! Wow. Okay, we have to start. what the family members are saying. Let's see what. Oh, Princess said, good evening. Let's see. Khadija said, please post on your WhatsApp. So, honestly speaking, I need to share this link on my WhatsApp status. I'll send it to you now, Stacy, in case you also want to. Yes, I will take the link, share on my status. The last time, yes, I've sent it to you. If you look at your WhatsApp, you will see it in case you want to share with your friends. And I have also posted on my status. Thank you, whomever. Okay, Khadija. Khadija is a sweet, sweet girl. So, yes, I have posted this on my WhatsApp status. That is this on my WhatsApp. Yes, yes, fantastic. Tonight, we want to clock a whole lot. Good. Good. Yes, so, Chintalk said Nurse Flavor. Oh, sorry, Nurse Angel. Chintalk is calling me Flavor is the musician that we dance to. Okay. Ngozi said done. She has posted on her WhatsApp status. This is how. Oh, look. Dr. Ho, please. She is one of our resource persons. She's also a speaker on our Mind Talk show. I was to call the resource people tonight. Yeah, last night I forgot. I said I'll call today. Not that I forgot. I have a lot of things I'm juggling together. Dr. Hope, admin, you can give Dr. Hope the link in case she wants to come to the backstage as well and say one or two things. Please. She is our wonderful resource person. Yes, we need to hit. Chinaza Jacinta say welcome, ma. We miss where they are. Okay, good evening, Nurse Angel and Nurse Stacy. Fantastic. Nurse Stacy, well done. Okay. Someone said, Dr. Hope, miss you. Okay. Nurse Stacy dance step is called bouncing dance step. And Zit said, you're looking good, ma. We have two moms here, please. I love your smile. No, Stacy, excuse me, what about me? And Abdul said, how was your day today, Nurse Stacy? Woo! Nurse Stacy, I think you are getting all the comments now. And Chijoke said, highest thumbs up, win Nurse Angel's cup. And Yetunde said, Nurse Angel and Nurse Stacy, good evening, Yetunde. And Ilams to say, Nurse Stacy, you look sweet. Yes, so we have to start. We honestly have to start. Let me say this to you all. Nurse Stacy saw your comments on the page because she was like, oh, I don't know if I should dance. Oh, I don't know if I shouldn't dance. Then what happened? The family members now, I said, say a sweet word for Nurse Stacy to come live. And they started commenting. When she saw your comment, she said, I'm gonna dance. And here she is. So, with no further ado, I think we need to start. You've already seen Nurse Stacy. I have already introduced her to yourselves. So she's my co-host tonight. She's not a special guest. She's now my co-host. And Nurse Stacy, she has, as you all know, 32 years of experience in dementia care. Who else can we invite if not Nurse Stacy? She also shares a wealth of knowledge in her care of dementia. And she's going to deliver a lot to you tonight. I know you have a lot of questions. So tonight, we are also going to have we will stay here for an hour and a half instead of our roughly 1 hour. We'll make it an hour and a half. It's Nurse Stacy is happy to be here, and we will have a calling session. We are going to have a calling session, and you all know. So the line we open, we are not starting straight away. The line is going to open by 2040. So by 8:40, the lines will be open for your calls to come in. And this is our phone line. This is the phone line in our mind. IOM, not Stacy, means in our mind. Yeah, that's the abbreviation of in our mind. So this is your phone line to call in. And also, I will let it to be scrolling down the page. If you look on the bottom of the screen, you will see the phone number scrolling down, because I'll be taking this one away, and also it is anyway on the page. So tonight we are going to be looking at Dementia Not Witchcraft Part 3. I repeat, Dementia Not Witchcraft Part 3. And also, Stacy, you are now a family member, and a staunch one for that matter. The family love you even more than me. I can't believe it. I'm going to resign as your host. Now Stacy will take over. Nonsense. Okay. Right
That
now,
will never happen.
it will happen. If they keep saying, no, Stacy, this, no one is talking about Nurse Angel, I'm going to be jealous. Okay, so Stacy, in our Mind talk show, which is IOM talk show, our talk shows are led by the family. The members, as you can see, they are the family members, and they are the ones that decide what we say, how we say it, and we have heard from them how they want it to be said. So for us, now Stacy, to gauge their knowledge of dementia, to also know how we can support them, we are going to start with our question and answer session. If you don't mind, now Stacy, board fam, before we start, I want to remind you, now Stacy, after our first talk show on dementia, remember, someone wrote something about going out on the streets with a placard to do a kind of outreach, saying to them about dementia is real and is not witchcraft. So we also decided going forward that we are going to have an IOM health challenge. So currently on the page, we have an IOM health challenge currently going on. And yeah, so it's a health challenge. We asked members to check the 3 most popular diseases that causes vascular dementia. So family members are currently doing it, but I will take both of us out, or I won't take us out. I'll just leave us at the corner to showcase a family member that just did her own as well. Some of the admin, the first set you will see are the admin, then a family member that's posted her own video of having done the health check. And she's an advanced lady as well. Let's watch it.
First, let me.
So I'm going to keep us behind. You will still be here, but not talking.
First, let me say to you, I cannot wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. You know, say every day.
Our mind, always in my mind.
Oh, in my heart today, the perfect place.
I come Amma and I do my test. I'm in Amma now, doing my test now. So this is how they do this. So see, cholesterol,
And what?
and sugar, and I'm going to do the people now. I live there. Everybody will see me. In our mind, already in my mind.
Shabby, you don't say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart, oh, there's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is a beat like do. Cause now you are true, so I love me.
one of the family members. Now, Stacy, I want to let you know that the family members ranges from children to 100 years. The members, you're muted in case. I muted you at the backstage in case you want to talk. They range from children because we have kiddies corner as well to old age. So this is one of our middle-aged mothers doing her test, and she's so sweet. I love the way she said cholesterol. She said it like a mother would, and it's so sweet to hear her say that. So, now Stacy is now. Let me see what the family members are saying. Yes, happy. Okay, this princess is tagging. Princess, please keep tagging. Our numbers have to increase. Fresh Sonny is loving it. My network is very bad. Christy Nazi, you need to really come. Oh, highest share. Chijoke is a lovely girl. I love her so much. Wisdom says she's very happy with her test. Yes, she is absolutely happy with her test. So right now, without further ado, we'll go straight to the first questions. Family members, if you're there and listening, this is the first question. And the first question reads, have you done your blood pressure? Family members, have you checked your blood pressure or cholesterol level, or have you done your diabetes check? You can do one of the three, or the three if you want, or two. Let's read quickly because we'll be going fast. Have you done your blood pressure? Juliet, I miss you. Okay, I'm reading. So, Kemi said not yet. Shaun said not yet. Still tagging. I love Kemi. Ziti said no. Khadija said not yet. Umaru is one of the admin on this platform, and he's also, sorry to say, but he's a Muslim. I'm so happy. I like to share that part of it. He's a Muslim. Why I mention him being a Muslim is because this page is diverse. It's very diverse. We have Christians, Muslims, pagans, people that a different set of people on this platform. So we're also conscious of that fact. Bless said not yet. My sweetheart said not yet, love. Okay, so majority of them have not done it. What are you waiting for? Okay, we'll go quickly to the second question. Now, Stacy is noting down as well. So the second question says, what are the high-risk factors of dementia? Family members who want to read your comments, what are the high-risk factors of dementia? We want you, do not copy. If you don't know, say you don't know, because if you copy, case closed. And Stacy will start chatting because they know it. Yes, so let's see the high-risk factors of dementia. High blood pressure, absolutely. That is one of them. Absolutely. This is encouraging to see the family checking their head. Yes. Sylvia, sweetheart, high blood pressure. Fantastic. Yes. Not yet. She's still loss of memory. Loss of memory is what happens to what are the risk factors for you to lose your memory, dementia, depression. Okay, fantastic. Stroke, absolutely fantastic. Let's see, I'll look at a couple more. High blood pressure, fantastic. Cholesterol, fantastic. Loss of memory, okay, that is a sign. The risk factor, hypertension, fantastic. Smoking, absolutely, my sweetheart. Thank you very much. We'll go to the next question. We have a lot of questions lined up for you. Number 3, is dementia definitely a single disease? I repeat, the question is dementia definitely a single disease? Let's see. Nurse Angel for promoting the health. Oh dear, they are still answering the previous question. Is dementia okay? She said no. Fantastic. Chijioke said no. So it's not a single disease. They said no. Okay. Ilausu said no. Fantastic. Who is calling me? Sorry. Hello. Yeah, I'm live on. What are you calling for? Okay, thank you. We'll open the line soon and you will call. Someone is calling from some country like that. I didn't even recognize the number code, the area code. They are saying well done to us for hosting this topic. I should have put them on speaker. I said to them to call back during the show. So they said absolutely no. Fantastic. Question number 4. Question number 4 is dementia curable? We want to know your understanding of dementia. Don't copy, just tell us what you think. Then, no, Stacy, she has 32 years. Some of you are not yet 32 years. She has 32 years of experience. She's going to give you the answer. So, is dementia curable? Yes, it's curable. Yes, according to Grace, fantastic. Yes, it's curable. Yes, it's curable. 1K viewers. Ngozi, wow, we have 1,000 and something viewership tonight. I think this is very popular. Yes, it's curable. Yes, it's curable. Yes, it's curable. Okay, now Stacy is noting down. Thank you. And what? I think Ngozi, I love this girl. Look at what she's wearing. Now Stacy is the what do you call it, outfit for In Our Mind talk show. That's In Our Mind outfit, whatever you call it. Yes. So it's not curable, okay? So it's in between yes and no. Fantastic. Now, the next question, please. I don't want you to copy. I want you to say what you think, what you know. So now, Stacy, we kind of focus on those areas she think you guys are not really correct or not understanding on it. But if you all say the answer and you Google it, she will jump to another topic. Trust me. So this question number 5 is asking, is dementia preventable? So we've asked if it's curable. Now we are asking if it's preventable. So now Stacy, Doris, the lady you see here laughing, is the lady we saw her video. She's laughing. She's the one that went to say she's done the test. And she said she did. I don't know why she decided to say she did cholesterol test instead of other like diabetes test. But she loved the name cholesterol, I think. So the question is dementia preventable? They said, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is not curable, but one can prevent it. Okay, that's it is. It is preventable. Yes, it is preventable. Okay, it is preventable. Okay, fantastic. So remember, no, Stacy is taking notes. The next question we are asking now is true or false? I want to hear true or false. Dementia is a normal part of aging. If you're growing old, you have dementia. True or false? Dementia is a normal part of aging. True or false? Annie said true. Okay. Duchess said true. Okay. Obey said yes. Okay. Ngozi said true. Okay. It can't be preventable. I think she's talking about another. True. Okay. Rachel said true. Okay. Obey said true. Okay. Gracious said true. Okay. Ilausu said true. Okay. Anita Gold, welcome. Someone is welcoming their invitee. Khadija said true. Okay. Yes. Yetunde said yes. Okay, true. All right. So a lot of people said it is true that dementia is a normal part of aging. Thank you. So question number 7, please. Again, remember, family, let us know what you're thinking. Question number 7 says, true or false? Mental decline is associated with dementia. True or false? Mental decline is associated with dementia. True or false? It's true that dementia is normal. I don't know about that. True. Someone said yes. True. True, true. True. Duchess said true. They all said true. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, question number 8. We have 2 more to go. The question says, does forgetting things, when you forget things, does it mean that you have got dementia? I repeat, forgetting things, does it mean that you have got dementia? This one I want to hear yes or no. Frank is dancing. I don't know why Frank is dancing. 100%, Duchess said yes. Aisha Bala said yes. Kaide said no. Someone said no. Aisha Bala said no. Another said true. Princess said yes. And Kemi said yes. So we have yes and no answer to the question whether forgetting things mean that someone has got dementia. Now, question number 9. Please, we still need honesty. Is anyone immune? So we've asked whether it's curable. We've asked whether dementia is preventable. Now we are asking, is someone immune from living with dementia? There are people that are immune from living with dementia. Let's hear what you think. Are there people immune? No, according to Anita Gold. Chijioke said, be interactive. Okay, yeah, Obeyemi said yes. Khadija said no. Afriru said nope. And Efosa said no. Sweethearts. Nafisa said not at all. Shehu said yes. Obeyi said yes. Waiting for your responses. Sylvia said no. So this is going to be our last. People are waiting to hear the experts speak. So question number 10, and it's the last one before Nurse Stacy we talk to you guys about dementia and some of your answers. Number 10 said, at what age does one get dementia? So how old do you need to be for you to have dementia? Someone is celebrating they've won. So what age do you need to be? So Rai said 60 to 80 years old for you to get dementia. Remember, the question is how old you need. Ziti said 60. Aisha said old age. Wisdom said 60. Iwe said 65. Abraham said 40 onwards. Lucia said 70. Obeyemi said 50 and above. Abidemi said 70. Ngozi said 80. Patricia said 70. And I'll pick the last two. Sylvia said 50. And Princess said 65. Fantastic. This is we have a lot, but we'll have to stop here because otherwise we will not close today. So I will hand over to Stacy. Stacy, you've had your people. They are dying to hear. They are answering and they say they are waiting for the answer. They want to hear the answer. But before you speak, Stacy, if you allow me, Stacy, I know you wrote down what you want to hit on, but there is a video I want to play.
Right.
I want to play this video because I'm conscious when they start calling in, I may not be able to play this video. And I want to say this to family members. Family, I have not watched this video. I saw the caption and I closed my eyes and clicked record. Let us all watch this video together. This is a video about old witches. You know, in African countries and some parts of Asia, former olden days Britain, anyway, let me not talk. Let me play the video. I'll take us both behind the scene. I just saw this family member's comment. I don't know if you're crying or Stacy. Mirabel said, I think she can't remember what happened. On that note, apologies, Stacy. I can see you're crying. I didn't watch it. I just recorded it blindfoldedly, and now I watched it. Well, I could watch it quickly. Let me show you other slides I saw quickly. So I also saw these slides. That's the old woman. That's the old woman that was in the water. You know, I let me take this off. So I just saw a comment and I was happy. I said I'll pin this comment. So the comment say they can see this woman is sick. They can't. She needs treatment and food, good sleep, and she will be fine. She can tell them old story, which they will learn from most things I know from old people. Then I saw this other comment. This one said, old people like her full here. So I think this person is not living in Nigeria from their comments. They say that a lot of old people are where she is, and no one has called them names. She could be suffering from a sickness, because I couldn't hear the language they were using. So this is another one I picked as well, because I saw it on a caption of newspaper, and an old man climbing the tree. Look at people waiting for him to come down. Yeah, that is them dragging him down from the tree. So this is the caption. This is the caption of the of where I got this story from. It reads, 80-year-old alleged. Thank God this one said alleged. Most people will say old witch. So 80-year-old alleged witch trapped on electric pole. This person was not trapped. Jeez, anyway, 80-year-old alleged witch trapped on electric pole while flying. They said this woman was flying in Edo. I can't read it. I'm sorry. Look at some of them being burnt. These old people. So when I was watching that one that they were flogging, I was happy. If you compare it to the ones they burn alive, I felt, oh, thank God, she survived it. You see, the old, is it? I can't remember whether it's an old man climbing the pole, maybe trying to. It could be any kind of illness. It could be dementia. It could be a suicide attempt. It could be anything. They said she was flying. That is a newspaper saying that she was trapped. How? You see this person climbing. You said she was trapped by electric pole. How? Now, Stacy, you can unmute and talk. So sorry for. I know you came here very happy. Now your face is telling otherwise. The family members will not like my face more than your face.
It was just so horrendous to watch. It breaks your heart when you think of people that are so vulnerable being treated like that. And my voice is really breaking now because it's just filled me with so much emotion. Terrible, terrible things. It was too much to watch, I agree. But we have to see these things. It's like learning things from the war. Second World War, so many atrocities happened with Jewish people being gassed in the chambers and things like that. You learn from these things, and that's what we're doing now. We're learning that people that climb poles like that could have done that in their job. That could have been their work. If they do have dementia, they're going back to the time, oh, I've got to go to work and do what I do.
Stacy, I want to stop you. Stacy, people may not understand what you say, so let me clarify it for them. No, Stacy, said something very important, family. This man climbing pole, we don't know his reason for climbing the pole. We can only but assume. Yeah, it could be anything. But what Stacy is saying, he could have been a NEPA person, someone that his job entailed climbing of poles or trees. Because we have seen dementia patients that some of them, their job was picking the rubbish on the road. If you see them, they will be picking things on the floor. They will be picking unimaginary things. They'll be picking. Some of them, you will see them, the way they behave, as if they're going back to the memory. Sometimes it could be psychosis and hallucination as well. But Now, Stacy is trying to say that this could be something he used to do before now. Stacy, continue, please. I know you're heartbroken. Apologies.
Oh no, no, I'm okay now. It's just part of reality around the world. Things are different, and I think just getting one person to understand that if somebody's climbing a pole like that, there's something happening. Either they want to harm themselves, or it's something that they think they should be doing. And I think it's our job to be at the bottom to say, are you okay? And see if they need any help, and try and coax them to come down to take them somewhere safe, because obviously it's not a safe thing to do. With the lady, I think, I mean, she was in that water, but she could have just been wandering. It could, like you said, it could be any physical health problem, and it could also have been dementia. She looked, the way her face was all thin, and she was very thin herself, and the way her expression was, if you look at her eyes, you can see the confusion. What's happening? Why are these people doing this? And then later on, why is nobody helping me? And trying to escape, but people are trying to harm us still. It's very, very sad. When you see reality, it does knock you, makes you feel really bad. But, you know, so long as people learn, understand, and support vulnerable people, things like this will stop. It all takes time. And this is the first step.
Yeah. No, Stacey, apologies. I just wanted to show family. And this is happening around them. It's happening. It's when I was in Nigeria seeing it. I saw it on the newspaper, and people, we are proud to say they joined in the mob action. No, Stacey, apologies. You're still so, we are all over the place, very shattered. Let's come down to earth, because the family will soon start calling.
Let's go to the questions. The questions.
Good. That's what I wanted to say. You took some notes when they were answering. Can you clarify people on those things we said?
Yep. So if you put the questions up, if you can, one at a time, just because I just made a few words but didn't put the question down.
Yeah.
So the first one, obviously we asked, so the high risk factors of dementia, I think most people got it right. So you've got smoking, hypertension, which is high blood pressure, you've got high cholesterol, diabetes, anything that's going to affect your heart can be a high risk factor of vascular dementia.
Also, inactivity.
Oh, definitely. Sitting at home, watching TV, listening to music, smoking, drinking, eating junk food. That's it. Yeah. You're on your way.
Yeah. The next question.
Again, most people got this right. It's not a single disease. Dementia is a term which covers a whole variety of different types of dementia. So you've got Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, frontotemporal dementia, Lewy body dementia. Then you've got rarer types with Parkinson's, Huntington's, HIV. Years ago, CJD, which was in England, people ate some meat that was bad, and it gave them dementia, which is called CJD. And of course, the one that's caused by drinking too much alcohol is Korsakoff's. So there's a lot of dementias.
And also missed dementia, Tracy. Missed dementia. Because nowadays, you don't just suffer from one single type of dementia or form. They always have a mixture of the dementia. Thank you very much. Family, hope you're hearing. Is dementia curable, Stacey?
I'm sad to say no, it's not. Once you've got that diagnosis, sorry?
We only wish.
Yeah. We some drugs can slow it down in the early stages, but nothing can stop it.
Fantastic. Okay, so the next one is dementia preventable?
So I'd say some dementia, like vascular dementia, which is the one we spoke about, the high risk factors, that can be prevented, but there's no guarantee. Nobody knows if you're going to get dementia. So, you know, live a healthy life and you're one step away from getting it.
Fantastic. I love that. Live a healthy life. Now, Stacy, you need to explain to them what you mean by that. What do you mean by live a healthy life?
So eat healthily, plenty of vegetables in your diet, less meat. Don't smoke, drink in moderation. Nobody's saying don't drink, just don't get drunk all the time.
Stacy, I want to mention something about drinking. You see, some young guys, you know, bench drinking, you call it here in UK, bench drinking or binge drinking. In Nigeria or some African countries, young guys, especially sometimes women as well, they boast, they use it to boast. Oh my God, I went to this beer parlor and I drank a carton of, you know, it's a thing of pride. They will say, I drank a carton of beer, stout, or anything, or I drank a bottle of whiskey, 2 bottles of whiskey. It didn't do me anything. And sometimes there's something I want to say because, you know, when you use something as risk factor, we should also explain it to them. Drinking excessively in itself, sometimes after drinking excessively, you see them falling. You're talking to them, they are saying things that does not make sense. They are jumping into the pit, doing some things that a normal thinking person will not do. What does that mean? It has affected your brain. Temporarily, yes, but if this keep happening to your brain, hitting it, that behavior you display, is it not one of the signs of the dementia patient's behavior? When you're walking, talking, blah, 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 and all those stuff, is it not to show that there is a kind of brain damage or obstruction in your brain at that minute?
Yeah, well, your brain gets filled with all these toxins that alcohol produce, and it causes you to take unnecessary risks, gives you confidence because you think you can do anything, and then you can harm yourself. But I would say that binge drinking, which is something that is all around the world, that is, if you do it a lot, so you have a lot to drink at the weekend, then you stop for a few days, then you have a lot, and you do that all your life, you could end up with a dementia called Korsakoff's, which is alcohol-related dementia. So it's somebody who's drunk a lot of alcohol, excessive alcohol intake has led them to get a dementia called Korsakoff's, where parts of the brain start shrinking, and it's quite, with Korsakoff's, you get quite aggressive behavior as well. So it is almost like they are still drunk, but they've got short-term memory loss and anger, a lot of anger.
Fantastic. So I also want to buttress some of the things you said quickly, Stacy. You said to eat healthy. You know, we are talking about, is dementia preventable? I wouldn't know entirely, but we can do something from our end. So, because if you look, especially, I like the way you answered it, Stacy. You say some, which is true. For instance, the vascular ones, dementia, apart from the Alzheimer's, that's mostly could be genetic mixed with all this protein in the brain, you know, when you have all these proteins. But some of them, and also a very good lifestyle, watching what you eat, you are what you eat, isn't it? Being active, you know, is important for us to be active. I'm talking to myself. Maintaining a healthy and active lifestyle. Also, we talked about blood pressure. Making sure you check on your, and again, what causes high blood pressure? Is it not most of our lifestyles as well? And also diabetes. Making sure you check your sugar level, things you eat. Everything is about what you eat anyway. Because when we talk about diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol, is what you eat sometimes. And some of them can be genetic, but again, you're predisposed. Then when you add it to environment and also lifestyle, they all mix together. So maintain healthy diet and active. Make sure you may not necessarily go to the gym, but you can walk, you can do hobbies. Look for what you like to get engaged. Keep active, always be active all the time. So now, Stacy, I'll quickly go to number 6. I'm looking at time. We'll soon open up the phone line.
So the answer to number 6 is false. Dementia is not a normal part of aging. It's not. No.
Yes, although it's a high risk. Aging is high risk.
The older you are, so if you look at your body as a car, there you go. I've had this conversation with you before. So you buy a brand new car, if you're lucky, and you drive it for many years. Don't change any parts on it, and you'll see that the engine will start grinding. There'll be cranky things going on, and as our bodies get older, the same thing happens. We get older. Our engine is our heart and our brain, and as we get older, they do too, and start shrinking, atrophying a little bit. But that's doesn't really cause dementia. That is a normal aging that you expect that to happen. It's when other things are in there as well that are signs of dementia that it can be diagnosed.
Okay, so do dementia cause someone to fight? I want you to answer that. I just saw no.
So with some types of dementia, you get behavior changes. So a lot of time, if somebody's got frontotemporal dementia, which is the part of the brain that affects your language and your personality. So some people start fighting when they never used to. It could also be that they're frightened and they don't know what you're doing if you're trying to help them with something, and they'll be trying to stop you because they just don't know what's happening. So I would say that anybody fights normally when they're feeling unsafe.
Thank you.
But sometimes people with dementia's personalities change, and it does cause them to fight.
Yeah, I'm not Stacy. You're 100% correct. Just to add up to what you're saying, family, she already said it. People fight normally. When you are scared, you fight. And what happens in a dementia case? You see, sometimes, like you said, depending on the type of dementia or the form of dementia someone presents with, they can be aggressive. But why? Why? Just like you said, no, Stacy, when you're scared, you fight. You want to fight to protect. It's a kind of self-defense. Dementia patients are confused already. Depending again, some of them are confused. Some of them cannot even remember their children. They can't remember their children. And now, when you come to them, you're a stranger. They don't know you. And you want to come and start removing them or give them help. They defend themselves. They think you're an intruder. They think that they start that fight. You see them fight. It's like they are confused. They don't know where they are. They can't recognize their own homes. They can't even, some of them can't recognize their faces. Those with body Lewy dementia, Lewy body dementia, at a stage they can't even recognize themselves, not to talk of recognizing you. So when you come to them, they are defensive. They start attacking because they are defending themselves. So yes, that is what is important for you to understand. Dementia, we'll talk a lot. Dementia is not going to end tonight. Trust me. We'll say a lot on dementia going forward. Okay, so number 7. It says true or false because we'll soon open the line. Mental decline is associated with dementia.
I'd say only if other things were happening as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes as you get older, you do forget things.
Yeah.
I forget things.
No, this
but people would, if somebody's forgetting and also not turning up for things, and their life is changing, then it would be associated with dementia.
Yeah.
But being normal forgetfulness in normal life isn't.
No, I'm not talking of, you're talking of the forgetfulness. This is mental decline. Mental decline, dementia affects the brain. So yeah, it could decline your mental in
But
terms of your brain.
it's not always associated with dementia, because it could be other things like depression.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of other things. It's got to be associated with something else as well, not just mental decline.
Thank you. So, generally speaking, anything, especially psychiatric illness, can impact your mental. You see, this mental decline is not the mental health only, it's the brain. So, yes, a lot of things can impact or cause your brain to decline, but dementia is also one of them. But what Stacy is saying, ensure you rule out other
infections.
Infection or anything before you say. But what I'm trying to say is, when you have mental decline for dementia, when you have dementia, it affects your brain. Let's put it that way. Number 8, this is the one you already talked about, forgetting things. Yeah. Then number 9, is anyone immune from dementia? Some people said yes. Maybe not. Stacy, both of us are immune. Is anyone immune from it? No.
No, nobody's immune.
Not even the queen.
No.
Not even the king. Not even the president.
No.
Not even no one is immune from anyone, you and I. Remember now, Stacy, according to World Health Projection, 3 seconds, someone gets dementia. So no one is immune. We should be careful what we take in and what we do with our body.
And also not have so much stress, because stress can cause cardiovascular problems again. So it's another high risk factor.
Yes. So at what age does one get dementia? I love their ages. No, Stacy, give it to them. At what age?
So last year, 2023, a 19-year-old man, 1919, was diagnosed with dementia. He started getting all the signs and symptoms at age 17, and he is officially the youngest person to be diagnosed with dementia.
Thank you very much. Stacy, I like what you said. You said at age 17, they started showing symptoms, and officially at age 19, they are now the recorded youngest to have got dementia. One thing I want the family members to know is this, that you are diagnosed does not mean a lot of people are not living with dementia. A lot of people are living with dementia undiagnosed. It's something we'll talk about at a later stage. I want to say the phone lines are currently open, and I will start by making a quick call. Someone last time, a family member of ours, someone is calling. Where are they calling from? Netherlands. Hello, who is on the line, please? Oh, there's someone I want to call. This one is not talking. So the line is open. We need you to call our phone line and ask your questions. I should be reading from the, so
the number you are trying to call does not exist. Please check the number.
They said the number I'm trying to call does not exist. What's the name? Ilaus to called the other time, or was live the other time, and was asking me about something, and I want her to call now, or anyone can call. Please, someone call if you want to call, otherwise we'll read what you're writing. They said, I want to call, but network. Network network is not allowing me. 1K steady views. Amazing. Fantastic. So, I wanted to hear from Ilausu or anyone. If not, we can continue. We cannot afford to lose 5K. They are talking about comment. I want to call but network. All right. So we can, no, Stacy, do you want to talk about dementia while we wait for their calls?
Yeah, I mean, I can. I'm very happy to talk about the different types if people want to know a little bit more. I mean, the main one is Alzheimer's, which used to be called Alzheimer's disease, but they decided it wasn't a disease because you couldn't catch it, so it's just called Alzheimer's now.
Yeah.
That I was just reading that question then about the mum. So with Alzheimer's, it's a very slow progression. So somebody will gradually decline, their memories and everything will gradually go. And it can take up to 20 years for somebody to live with that. Then you've got vascular dementia, which is the one we were talking about with the high risk factors. So, you know, people who live, drink a lot, smoke a lot, have a lot of stress, high cholesterol, they're more at risk of getting vascular dementia. Doesn't mean they will, but it just means you're more at risk. So with vascular dementia, you're here for a little while, then you have a mini stroke and you drop down a bit, and then you're okay for a little bit again. And then you get another mini stroke and you don't feel these mini strokes that are happening. They're just happening in the brain. And as they happen, they affect a part of the brain where the stroke is. And that's usually one of the dementias that they say mixed dementia. It will be Alzheimer's with vascular dementia or Alzheimer's with something else. So because it is a slow decline, but then somebody will have a stroke and it will change for them. No, I'm afraid the 19-year-old guy can't be cured. He's got hereditary dementia. A lot of Alzheimer's is hereditary, and the younger you are, if it's young onset, which is below 65.
Yeah. So we have a caller. We have a caller on the phone. Hello, who is this? Hello?
Hello, ma.
Yeah, who is on the line, please?
Iliasu Rashida on the line.
Ilausu, fantastic. So Ilausu, you had some complaint or question the last time you were live. Do you want to ask us the question again?
No, ma. I would just like to talk about the experience I had with my grandma.
Okay, fantastic. Talk about it then. Yes, she wants to share her experience with her grandmother. Go on, Ilausu.
Okay. In our minds, is always in my mind, and my destiny is in my hands.
Fantastic.
Good day, my beautiful CEO, Nurse Angel. Nurse Cassie, I greet you, ma. My fellow IR member, and everyone listening to me. Once again, my name is Iliasu Rashida, a member of this wonderful family. I am glad for this opportunity given to me to talk about the experience I had with my grandma Dementia. According to you, Nurse Angel, and Nurse Cassie, the other day, we had discussion about that dementia symptoms have to do with loss of memory, when you forget most, often recent events, and behave abnormal. So in relating this with my grandma, when she was alive, she was an hypertensive and a diabetic patient. Firstly, it was diabetes, and so lucky for her, she gave birth to 10 caring children, with my dad for second child. They took care of her. They stood by her. But unfortunately, her condition got worsened. Mama started acting strange, that she could not even recognize her several son, which was my dad, and every other person around her. Mama, who was loving and caring, things began to, turn around for her. That Mama started acting aggressively, hurting people around her. As a result of this, we the grandchildren were so afraid to go near her. At a point, we thought she was even portrayed. We thought she's a witch.
Wow.
But my father, we thought she's a witch. So my father noticed that we are running away from her. And so he cautioned us not to do so.
Wow.
With my grandma experience I had when this topic came up, I now knew that Mama's condition has to do with dementia, because symptoms like hypertension, diabetes, and stroke, all these symptoms are all visible with her then.
So,
Yes, all of them are visible.
Ilausu.
She later developed stroke. So, Natalia, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I appreciate all the knowledge I got through this topic, all the different topics that have been treating on this platform. I appreciate them.
Ilausu, can you hear me?
Ma'am.
Good. Ilausu,
Yes, I can hear
you talked about stroke. You talked about high blood pressure. You talked about diabetes. Did your mom have, your grandma, did she go through these things?
Mama, can you come again, ma'am?
Did your grandma have high blood pressure, the diabetes, and also stroke? Did she have stroke?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So at the period she was acting the way she acted, you people did not know what was wrong with her, and you thought she was a witch. Is that what you said?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if my father knows, because my father is also an educated so on. But with the grandchildren around her, we do not know.
Okay.
Talking about 2003, 2003, 4 years till 2018.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will say thank you. You can go back to the page. Thank you very much for sharing. There was another call coming in, and I know they may be desperate to talk. So let's see if we can call them back. Do you have something to say regarding what Ilausu was saying? No, Stacy, do you have something to say?
Yeah, I think it's very common for family members to fear a personality change in somebody. We get people on the hospital ward whose families are absolutely terrified of them because of the way they're acting. They're so different. And when people have strokes, it all depends on what part of the brain is affected. And if it's the frontotemporal part, that's where the personality changes come in. So somebody who's probably never been aggressive is suddenly really aggressive, or really shouting at people and looking like they hate them, or not recognizing anybody. These are all classic symptoms of the vascular type dementias, which would have been affected by stroke. And definitely, please get your blood pressures checked. Please try and keep them in order, because it is a killer with your heart, and it also can harm your brain as well. So I have my blood pressure checked twice a year, and also I have it more often at home. I've got a little portable machine because I have high blood pressure, and it's under control at the moment, but I don't want it to get out of control and affect me, because dementia is in my family. My grandma's had it, and my mother has got it. My mother doesn't recognise me at all now, and every time she sees me, she asks me who I am.
Oh, exactly. So, now, Stacy, thank you very much. We have another person on the line. Please, can you introduce yourself and tell us what you want to share with us?
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Khadija Muhammad. Good evening, Stacy. It's nice having you around.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. North Angel, good evening, ma'am. Thank you for all that you've been doing. May God make everything easy for you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I want to share a little experience I had with my dad just over recent.
Okay.
It happens that on the 25th of fasting, I was at home. My dad is staying in Nasarawa while I'm staying in Abuja. So I now had a call that my dad was rushed to the hospital. I just picked one or two things and rushed down to the hospital in Nasarawa State.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went there, I met the doctor there. I asked what the problem was. I was told that my dad has a heart failure, so he had to rush down there. So after some while, like 2 or 3 hours, I was told, okay, I can go and check him. So when I went there, I met him lying down. I was like, Dad, how are you doing? Because he's my favorite person. We talk, we gist, we laugh, we do everything. Because the kind of dating we even have then, we have a pattern of greeting. So I was like, Dad, how are you doing? The next thing was like, who am I? Who am I? Are you? I was like, okay, he might be joking when he was telling me who am I. I said, who am I? Please, how are you feeling? How was the injection? I hope it's not paining you. He said, why are you touching me? Did I even know you? I've never seen you. Who are you? He was literally shouting on top of his voice. Not until when I don't came in, was telling me, your dad needs to like take a little rest, don't disturb him. No, I don't know when I started shedding tears. Like, how come somebody that raised me for 25 good years denying me that he doesn't know me? He literally hit me with his slippers to stay away from him.
Did you say, Khadija, that you were touching him?
I was trying to talk to him. He pushed me away.
Did you? But you said he said, stop touching me. Were you touching him?
I was touching him because that was how we greet. We have this pattern of greeting. I give him a handshake, we chop knuckle. You know that kind of greeting.
Yeah,
we have this
I'm not against it. We just said it right now that sometimes we say that they are aggressive. Now, when you remember, as ordinary people, when you see a stranger coming to you and touching you, you want to attack to defend yourself. So, what's your daddy experience? What took him to the hospital first of all?
He was rushed down because he has a heart failure, although he's an asthmatic patient.
Asthmatic patient, then he had a heart attack. You understand? This is also a risk factor. Anything heart attack, like Stacy said here, and we've been talking all this while, any vascular issue, heart attack, heart issue, it limits blood flow. It limits blood flow to the brain. All these things are high risk factors for dementia. So when your daddy saw you, he couldn't recognize you at the time, and not just that he couldn't recognize you, you now went to place a hand on him, and he felt you were a stranger coming to touch him. You can't invade, and these people, Stacy, you need to explain to them, they like their privacy and dignity. They don't want you invading. They don't, because they are confused, they don't know who they are, and at this stage, they want to be defensive of themselves. So how is your daddy doing now?
Well, the problem is still there. It's still there because that problem got like 2 weeks before I could come back to my bed. But anytime I call him, I don't have to introduce myself. I will just tell him, how are you doing? He will tell me, fine. The next person, who is this? I'll say, no, I just got to group, and that's all. Because up till now, my dad did not recognize me. He has never called me by my name.
Have you taken anything with you when you've gone to see him from when you were younger, so he would remember the old memory and maybe that help?
Fantastic. Did you hear her?
No, ma, I did not get that.
Let me tell you what she said. She's asking you, since your daddy up till date have not recognized you. Remember, most times or sometimes it starts from current loss of memory, so they won't remember you immediately. But if you take some things from childhood, him carrying you when you were a baby, or you take some things from childhood, from the past, sometimes if it has not progressed badly, unless it is in the end, I will not lie to you, no, Stacy. Khadija, I'm coming. No, Stacy, because we do not diagnose this early, because we max up as well, because people want to hide. If not that he had a heart attack, he may not have been noticed and it will not hit. So he may have been having this a while ago or not, I don't know. But what I'm trying to say, no, Stacy, it could be the end time of the dementia. It could be the end time of, when I say end time, I mean it has progressed so badly to the last stage, and that is why he can't remember you and all those stuff. But what Stacy is saying is, in the case it's still the early stage, the middle stage, you can go, Khadija, next time you see him, and we want to hear a feedback from you, go with a memory, a picture of yours, something to remind him back in the days. Sometimes, if they are not so badly progressed, they remember old things. The memory of the old is the last to be affected.
Has the hospital diagnosed it?
Have the hospital diagnosed him? You know, most times they go undiagnosed. Have the hospital diagnosed him of dementia or something?
No, they haven't do that. They just treated him for the cost of bringing him to the hospital.
Okay, because you know dementia is an umbrella term. It could be Alzheimer's disease. What I'm hearing could be vascular because of the blood shock. But it could be mixed. It could be anything, but we can only but guess. But the presentation you said is signs and symptoms that they present. So, Khadija, we will let you go. Please, we want a feedback from you. Next time you go to him, take something of the old.
I'll be going to see him next weekend, inshallah.
Fantastic.
So
Inshallah, we will be listening to hear from you.
Thank you so very much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Now, Stacey, do you have something you want to say?
I just think it'll be very interesting to hear the progress, to see if when she visits her dad that he does remember things from the past, and maybe get a proper diagnosis, so then you know what to do yourself to support him.
Fantastic. Thank you. So again, now Stacey, we have not gone into the types of dementia into it deeply. We'll be doing that next time.
I think that's it's a long thing going into all the different types. There's so much. Yeah.
So let's continue to read. I got a couple of missed calls when they were calling. She was saying her story. So if you have something to share, you can. Okay, we can read this now, Stacey. My mom had been experiencing this since 24 years ago. She gave birth to her last born. No, Stacey, do you want to say something about this?
So, I mean, sometimes if something happens during pregnancy and you've got high blood pressure during pregnancy, the stress of giving birth as well, that can all lead to it. And it could also be a sort of depression when you've had a baby and it not go noticed until years later. Alzheimer's is one of the dementias that does last for that long, and it's very slow. So you would notice changes, but it would be a long time until it's really advanced. So it'd be interesting to hear how your mum is now 24 years later, and if she has had a diagnosis, it'd be very interesting to hear that. Are there any more questions?
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to say this just to buttress your point, not Stacy.
Mhm.
You see, I think she already said that the mom, since she said since 24 years ago, meaning that it's still ongoing. And then I'm happy because you said she could have had high blood pressure, she could have had postnatal depression, she could have had a whole lot of other things ongoing. However, not Stacy, let's be honest again. For instance, Alzheimer's or any form of dementia, before the diagnosis, the issue can start up to 15 years or more before the actual diagnosis.
Yeah, people hide it. You might not realize you're hiding it because you're covering up for things that you feel are silly, like you've forgotten something or you've mislaid something or you haven't been somewhere, and you give excuses for many, many years. And it's only when somebody notices a huge change, they may not have seen the person for a while, and they've gone and they're so different, and they will speak to the family and say, what's wrong with your mum or what's wrong with your dad, unless there's quick changes. But somebody for 24 years, I mean, having a baby, especially if you're older, is very risky for causing problems with your heart and also with your brain. So, you know, I can see that for 24 years that sounds like Alzheimer's, and you would have been seeing and experienced a gradual decline, and it would have been from the pregnancy. It's very sorry to hear about that, because I'm sure the baby's not had an upbringing same as yourself has had. It would have been very different for them.
Okay. So thank you very much. Let me see what this person is saying. Hello, who is on the line? Okay, hold on. Let me put you on the speaker. Sorry, I will read this later on. Can you introduce yourself to us? Your life.
Okay. Good evening, my family. Good evening, Miss Angel. Good evening, Miss Space.
Good evening.
My name is Ezine. Yeah.
Ezine. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Ezine, thank you for calling. What do you want to share with us quickly? We are looking at the time now.
Yeah. Last week Sunday, a man in my area died, and in fact, this talk show now made me realize that what he was passing through at that time was dementia, and nobody had an idea.
What happened?
Because he was someone, he didn't remember anybody.
Wow.
The wife was always complaining. The husband doesn't recognize her. People on the street, he doesn't recognize any of us. Sometimes he would leave the house and start walking without even knowing where he was going. Then later on, he was struck with a stroke. She had stroke. The wife was always complaining of his blood pressure. For all this while, they were in the house.
Oh.
All this while, they were in the house. Because there wasn't a time I can say she took this man to the hospital, because she was always coming to my house to ask someone to come and help her to get malaria drugs for the husband. And the husband is running temperature.
Wow.
So it is saddening, because I don't know if this topic is something that has been discussed earlier, maybe I would have had an idea that this is what this man was actually going through. But everybody, the whole area now sent the man as a madman. They said the man was mad.
Ah. You see,
They said the man was mad.
No, Stacy. Because of number one, he's not remembering anyone. He's not. They not said he's mad. You know, it's easy for dementia patient to be tagged mad people?
Yeah, because I mean, they do things that people would find strange. So things that we don't consider normal, are going out in the middle of the night, wandering the streets, not knowing anybody. He might have been talking to himself. He may have had hallucinations. All these are what we describe as somebody who's mad. All, it's very common. Growing up, we had a gentleman in our town that used to
No, Stacy, 1 minute. Let me tell her to go back to the page. Then you continue. Isn't it? Before you go, was there a time the guy wondered? Isn't it?
Yes, I can hear you.
Isn't it? You said the man did not recognize his wife. He did not recognize you people on the street. How did he recognize his home? How does he come back home, or does he wander away sometimes?
No, people that know him will have to like call the wife that we saw your husband in so and so place. She has to now go there and get him. He doesn't come back home. He just start working.
I thought as much. Because you didn't say that.
If the wife wants to go out, she has to now lock him in and then go out with the key. And before she comes back, he would have messed everywhere up with Riri and everywhere.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, isn't it? You can go back to the page and then we can take one more call before we end. So you were saying something, no, Stacey. I wanted her to go to the page while we continued.
I was just saying that it's very common for us to assume somebody is mad just because they're different to us, and we're now living in a world that is accepting of people for who they are, and just the terminology we need to look at for people as well, and see what actually is wrong, if there is something wrong, because there's nothing. You can walk around and not remember somebody's name or not say hello. You could have a problem. But if you've got dementia, then it's a scary thing anyway. So walking around, seeing a load of strangers, and then his poor wife having to get help to bring him home, it's a very, very common symptom.
Absolutely common. I'm looking good. I nearly was so sad that I wouldn't get this. So it's absolutely a common sign of dementia. Another thing we would look at next time is signs and symptoms of dementia presentation. We need to touch on that. But I'm happy that the family members are now thinking, and they're now wondering. The people they thought was witch, like they call the one mad, witch, possessed, demon, and that's fine. We have another question here. This will be the last question we'll take, then we'll wrap up, because we'll come back again, Stacy. Even if I know you will see your granddaughter on next Sunday, we'll come back again the next time. We'll talk on this topic a lot. So, Chinazam, she's asking, is it normal for someone who gave birth, blood pressure is normal, and have a stroke? Is it normal? I know this is more of like a physical health.
Yeah.
We're talking of dementia, which is also physical health. But she's asking, is it normal? Because we are nurses, isn't it? Do you have anything to say about that?
I haven't got great knowledge on that, but I would say that.
No, Stacey, I know you have knowledge, but let me remind you, family, you need to remember, first of all, Chinazam, I would have loved you to say more, like what kind of stroke? Is it all this small, like I want to use the term, you will understand. We call it ischemic strokes. Is it like, what kind of stroke is that? That is one. Then number two, absolutely is normal. When we say high blood pressure, that is one thing that can lead to stroke. That is not the only thing that causes stroke. A whole bunch of things can lead to stroke, which include obesity, high cholesterol in the blood. You may not have high blood pressure. That's why, remember, let me come back to you. Remember, we said, do your cholesterol check, do your blood pressure, and do your diabetic test, because these are vascular, cardiovascular issues. And even smoking and drinking excessive, a lot of things can lead to it. But she may not have high blood pressure. She could have high cholesterol in her blood. And what is cholesterol? What does it do? It starts to drop fatty plaques, fatty things in your blood. When fatty, that's why we say watch what you eat. When fatty substances are dropped in, that's why people are scared of saturated fat. Butter, oh my God, we butter our bread like this and like that, front and back, and a whole lot of things. So when you have, thank you, Chinazam, I said I must touch on this. When you have something like, I'll just touch on the high cholesterol, because it's one of the things we ask you to do, and it starts dropping the bad cholesterol, start dropping fats in your blood vessels.
So your blood vessels shrink. So if you've got your vein is like that, I'm trying to get then you get cholesterol, which hardens, and your veins go like that. So there's only a little space for the blood to pump through. Your heart has got to pump harder to push the blood through to your brain, because that's what it's trying to do, is keep your brain alive. So a big surge of blood could give you, for a very split second, high blood pressure while it pushes the blood out, because it's trying to get it round your body to your brain. So high cholesterol is very bad.
Very, very bad. When I say very bad, I mean so bad. It can keep dropping the fat, creating, you see, our veins are small in itself. Not to talk of the brains the veins or arteries in the brain. It's so small that you don't need any blockage. So when you start having cholesterol, I don't know what she has, but I'm telling you another thing, apart from blood pressure, that can cause stroke. There are many. If, for instance, she has high cholesterol, I'm using this opportunity to talk to family members to check it. For this lady that gave birth, that means she's a younger person. She's in the age of childbearing. Unless it's IVF for like 6 days, you can explain more. You know, we sometimes little messages is not enough. We need to know a lot. So if this lady had high cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol in her blood, and drops fatty substance, causes plaques, which blocks the blood vessel, it limits the flow of blood. Anything it could be accident as well. During the child, they may have caught something. I'm not saying anything, but anything that limits. She may have lost a lot of blood. She may have lost a lot of blood. I don't know what her own case was, but anything that restricts flow of blood, it could be that something sharp. She may have hit her head somewhere even. It could be anything. Anything that limits the flow of blood, or any vascular or heart issue, and cholesterol or any, can cause stroke. Not just blood pressure, but blood pressure is, trust me, is on top of the risk factors that causes stroke. All right, so I want to, because Chinazam asks, I want to once again ask family members, have you checked yourself? Have you done health check? In Africa, no, Stacy, they hardly do checkup. Like you heard them say, all these people, you ask them, no, Stacy, you ask, did they diagnose them? They said no. The other one, they call them mad, they term them witch, they term them anything. Are they diagnosed? No. Before we go to the hospital, someone have to push. They will push you, or you will break down. That's why when you were asking her to take the old picture and all those things, that is in the cases the early onset. That's the early stage, rather, because early onset means under the age of 65 Early stage is the first stage when you get the dementia. So if that was sometimes not Stacy, it will go deep, 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 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years before they even go. And even if they go, they are not going for that. They are not saying there's something wrong with my this. They'll come with heart attack, come with this attack or the other attack. They treat them and discharge them. They have that underlying illness. Family members, I want to use this opportunity to call on you again. Have you checked yourself? Health check. The 3 killer diseases we have for Black people. Now, Stacy, we were talking about COVID. You said you didn't know why COVID was attacking Black people more. And now, Stacy, I said to you that in fact, Black people said that COVID was a white disease that was brought to eliminate the Black race. And you said, why would they say that? After all, it came from China. I said, that is you. All they know is why is it killing them more? Why was COVID killing them more? No, Stacy, what did I tell you? Do you want to repeat it?
Because of their unhealthy lifestyle, not having health checks, and the diet being more saturated in fats.
Fantastic. So now, Stacy, I said to you that Black people, we have a lot of comorbidities. We have a lot of comorbidities, which is high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, the bad one. We have this. Majority of Black people do have this. And this any little issue, bam, it hits you. We have this a lot. My dad has it. My husband's daddy has it. And currently my husband is even having high blood. So we have the machine. He checks himself on a daily basis. If he wakes up, he checks, he's on medication. Just like that. This is, I'm telling you, in this house, my dad has high blood pressure. My husband has. My son the other day was checking himself. He was high. My son of how old? Then I am also checking myself, and I'm waiting. I think it could be ethnic. You know, some illnesses are also depending on your ethnic group.
Yeah. And it's also, it can be hereditary as well. So, you know, you could have it in your family and it's being passed down in the genetics.
That is 100% correct. But I'm telling you, the whole Black race, why is it that we have high tendency of white people have it, but majority, if you hear someone die in our country or in African race, ask them, it could be they dropped. Why are they dropping? How will someone just drop and die? Because of lack of medical checkup. Because we are carrying diseases.
Yeah.
And because we are active, you know, the more active you are, the more the disease will not kill you fast. That's why people say be active. If you have dementia and you're active, you can outlive the dementia normal age. It's important to be active, but it's important to check up.
Yes, very.
So we are leaving you tonight by asking you, have you done your health check? IOM health check, Nurse Angel health check, Nurse Stacy's health check. It will be Nurse Angel and Nurse Stacy's health check. Have you done it? Go like Mama did. Go and check and show us, and you stand the chance to win. We are going to give you something, and not everyone that checks. We'll do a competition for the health check. Nurse Stacy, you will be among, it will be Nurse Angel and Nurse Stacy's health check for IOM family. So do the health check. Someone said, do it this week. This is very important. Yes. So, and Khadija said, I'm just hearing dementia for the first time. Thank you, Nurse Angel, for bringing this platform. I think you will thank Nurse Stacy because she's the expert in this. And that is why she has accepted. Even she has a very tight schedule. Nurse Stacy sitting here brought out this time because of her love for dementia. She lives and breathes dementia. She doesn't have it. And hopefully, with regular checks, we can delay, avoid, prevent, but sometimes you can't help it. However, she has devoted her time and her life to supporting dementia cause. That is why Nurse Stacy is here. And that is why she's keen in. And that's why she's worried for us as well. So do your dementia health check so we can at least know early. Awareness is important. If you are aware of something, you know the cause of that, you prevent. So I will leave you to say your last word, then we'll dance and go.
So as Angel says, do your health check. We will check next time I'm in. We will ask the question again, and I might have had mine then as well because I'm due to go next week for mine. So keep safe, keep well, and awareness can lead to treatment of things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and especially diabetes, which is in itself a killer. So please do go and have your health checks.
Yes, do go and have your health check, and I'll stop. Because if I open my mouth, I won't stop again. I'm conscious of the time. We will be dancing. I hope the music is still on. Okay, now Stacy, you're in trouble. We have to dance. We have to dance to this. I really do love this music.
And I've been 10 years in this game, but I'm still on my grind. I want to lay your what we do before you leave me, get for your hand.
No, I'm going to start the song from the beginning.
Silence. Bangali. Aha. Risha family. Come on, John. Open your eye. And I've been 10 years in this game, but I'm still on my grind. What we do before you leave me, get for your hand. But then my people know alone before you lose your mind. Good day, I see the my money. I got my just for my nation. For my nation, hallelujah. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Where you want to go? Yeah. Find me. Don't want enough for everybody. I'm the owner of them body. I'm the owner of them body. But till you the day, when I did hustle for my money, hustle for my leisure, to Miami. And we don't want to do it, if I had to spend my money anywhere. Don't forget me, stop talking back, and if you don't see me, you will talk about ṣe fọ́wọ́n ní Bangali bí mo ṣe ń pawó Ọlọ́run mi làbò mi nígbà tó gbógun Olúwa ṣẹ́gun nígbà tó dìnà Olúwa ṣìnà nígbà tó rọ̀ tá mi ní àdúrà dàgbà. I'm the owner of them body. Number one love for them body. I'm the owner of them body. My money, just for my nation, what do you want to do? I don't do. Where you want to go? I don't pass. If you still doubt me, then you Google I said you find me. I'm gonna hide you. You know the weak girl. And if you're new in the game, make it up in your tights. She never got on my feet, but she never feel much like a and she knows she was do, she won't know that in your life she was doing. But tell you the day, then I am to my body.
Wow. 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 No, Stacy, I think the family will love you more. Wow.
That's my workout for the day.
Let me see what the family members are saying. Awesome. Hey, they really liked it. Okay. Oh, they're dancing with us. Oh, this was it. Oh, no, Stacy. Oh, I love IOM family. This one is dancing with fire. Oh, double wahala. Stacy dance with, no, Stacy dance be like, I'm still dancing. Nas Angel, kill us not. Yes, no, Stacy don't understand this one. Oh, he's saying you don't understand it. Let me
No,
see.
I don't.
I will definitely, I love this. I will definitely do my health check real soon. Thank you. And Khadija, just to mention, we know a lot of things can cause or lead to different forms of dementia that can now cause dementia eventually. But I want to say that one of the things they are looking at is genetics as well, inheritance, in terms of hereditary genetics, the genes passing it on. They are not too really sure yet, but we still see people going in the family is going like that, great grandma, grandma, ma, and daughter. So we should be checking, like Nurse Stacy said. We should be checking. She was one of the callers, Nurse Stacy. So I really like that. So Wisdom say thank you, Nurse Stacy, for joining us today here and for accepting to dance with us.
It's been a long time since I've danced.
And sending hugs and love to Nurse Stacy. I'm so happy. And sending us and love. And this one didn't say anything. Health is wealth. Let's measure our life. Thank you, Fumilayo. Thank you very much. And thank you, thank you. We have to go noted. We have that at my back. So please, if we ask you to give us a feedback regarding whatever we discuss, we'll be waiting, especially the one that has to go back with the photograph to see if the father can remember them, and also health check. Health check. Health is wealth. You don't want to be carried at a tender age. You want to live your life to the fullest. I do. I don't want to be hit down by anything. So, Stacy, we need to go. I know they want us to be here. So Chukwu said thank you, Nurse Angela and Nurse Stacy. And Sarah will kill me. Thank God I've seen it. She said, we love you, Nurse Stacy. And I agree. So if Afu said, I will post my health check tomorrow. Fantastic. And on that note, I want to say, in our mind is always in my mind. And your destiny is in your hands. No, Stacy, can you remember to say that?
I can. In our minds, it's always in my mind. And your destiny is in your hands.
And so is yours. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye, family.
Bye.